Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're just gonna jump right to it. So the first product that I'm gonna be putting on my face is by PIXI, and it is their Rose Oil Blend. It contains vitamin E. Next, I'm just gonna be layering it with my Origins Moisturizer. It is my Rejuvenating Treatment Moisturizer. I use this every single day. And next, I will be priming my face with the SMASHBOX primer water, and just in case you guys have not used it, I totally recommend you guys to use it. And the foundation that I will be using today is the Matte and Poreless by Maybelline, and it is in shade 128. And the brush that I will be using to blend my foundation out is by ECOTOOLS. It doesn't have a name, so I can't really tell you what kind of brush it is. For me, it feels like it's a powder brush, but I'm using it for foundation because it gives it more of that airbrush type of look, which is exactly what I want, especially when I'm using a very liquidy foundation like the Maybelline foundation. Now I will be going in with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC25, and I'm gonna only apply it in the areas where I want my highlight to go. And then I will be going in with the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Cream Contour Kit in the shade Light Sculpt, which is the bottom middle one. And the brush that I'm using that to apply it is by ECOTOOLS, and it's their Eye Perfecting Brush. And now just to go in and blend my concealer out. This is a Walmart brand. It doesn't have a name. I bought this brush a long time ago. It is a really good brush, and I haven't seen it at Walmart, so I can't really tell you where to get a brush like this. I'm sure MAC has a pretty good similar one, or even better yet, MORPHE. I'm sure they have a really good one that is almost the same as this one. If I can find one, I will try to get it, so then I can totally recommend it to you guys, because I don't think you can get this brush anymore. The brush that I'm now going in to blend out my cream contour is by Real Techniques, and it is their Sculpting Brush. On with the LORAC powder contour kit, I'm going to be using their yellow highlight to set all the areas I went in and I had applied my concealer at. And the brush that I will be using is by e.l.f., and it is their blush brush. And so basically I'm just going in and applying powder in the areas where I know I will get oily, or in the areas where I did apply concealer. And the powder that I will be using to set the rest of my face is by Wet&WILD, and this is one of their bronzers. It's in shade 743A. And now the e.l.f. bronzer palette. This palette, I just bought it recently, and let me tell you, it is actually really nice. It's definitely more on the warmer side, but overall I definitely have to say the texture of it is really nice, and the outcome of it is actually really nice as well. The brush that I used to apply that was by Real Techniques, and it was their contour brush. And now the BECCA Low Light and Highlight palette. I am using the Low Light, which is this bronzy color. It contains no shimmer, and I definitely do feel like it is more on the cooler side, just in case you are looking for a type of bronzer or contour color that is more on the cooler side. This BECCA Low Light and Highlight, I have to say, is pretty rad as well. I just do find that the low light is a little bit more hard to blend out, and so I just definitely recommend you to blend away in order to make it look nice and smooth. Right now I will just be going in and baking underneath my eyes with the Mercier Secret Brightening Powder with a damp beauty blender. And I'm just doing this step to, one, prevent fallout from the eyeshadow that I will be using, and also conceal my concealer underneath my eyes even more, and just prevent it from creasing. Now moving on to the eyes, I will be using the ANASTASIA Beverly Hills Tamana Dress Your Face eyeshadow palette for my entire eye look. And the first color I'm going in with is Bengal, and the brush that I'm using is the SEPHORA Pro Blending Brush in number 27. And as you can see, I am only applying this on my eyelid. And now for my crease, I am mixing both Bengal and Chocolate just to darken up things a little bit on my crease area. The brush that I'm actually using for this step is by MORPHE, and it is their B38 Blending Brush. I could have used Chocolate by itself, but I chose not to because it was a little too dark, and I want more of a subtle color on my crease, especially because I want that transition color to look nicely well blended, but also not too dark from the color that I applied on my eyelid as well. Next, the color that I will be using for the inner tear duct of my eye is the color Blush, and the brush that I will be using is just a Real Techniques shading brush. And now moving on to creating winged eye effect without the use of any eyeliner, I will be mixing Chocolate and Noir, and the brush that I'm actually using for this is also a Real Techniques shading brush. So I wanted to go towards a look that it looked like I have eyeliner, but then I really didn't, and I wanted it to be a really soft eye makeup look, and so I just figured that maybe using a nice brown and black together, it would give me that effect. And so basically what I'm just doing is I brought in that eyeshadow color in towards my lash line, but I'm also bringing it up towards the crease. So almost creating that V effect, but as you can see, I'm definitely bringing out the eyeshadow closer to the end of my eyebrow, just to make sure that everything is nice and well blended. And now, just to intensify things just a tad more, I'm going to go in with the Morphe B38 brush, and I will be mixing both the Bengal and Chocolate together and just making that transition color just pop a tad more. And then onto my eyelid, I am going in just to intensify things and make them look a bit more warmer. I am going in with China Rose, which is more of a corally color. and I'm just applying that with an M149 brush. And now for my brow bone, I am going in and highlighting it with the BECCA highlight from the Highlight&Lowlight Duo Palette, and I'm just applying that onto my brow bone so it can make my brow bone stand out as well. Now to clean up the end of my eye and make the eyeshadow liner type of effect look a bit more sharper, I'm going in with the Milani Brow and Eye Highlight in Matte Beige. And now going in with eyelashes, I am using Kiss lashes, and these are PIXI, and I do have to say these are by far my favorite eyelashes. They are cheaper than Ardell, and just the way that they cut these eyelashes, the end of these eyelashes are just, they look so natural and so nice, and I don't know, I've fallen in love with these eyelashes, and I totally recommend you to go to your local Walgreens and find these type of eyelashes because they look so nice and so natural. And so now I'm just applying mascara on both the top and bottom lashes, and this is just my regular Maybelline mascara in the color black. And now I am doing this step to help prevent my eyelashes detach themselves. It really helps on making them just last so much longer and just look super natural. And now I'm just using the e.l.f. blush palette. It doesn't have a name, so I can't really tell you. All I know is that I really like this palette. And now for my highlight, I am using BECCA highlight in Opal. I've been using the same brush. It is a Real Techniques contour brush. It just makes it so much more easier for me to, instead of changing so many brushes, I just stick with one brush, and it makes less of a mess, but I don't know, it makes it easier for me. And so now for my eyebrows, I'm using the Maybelline eyebrow gel in clear. This really helps my thick ass eyebrows stay in place all day. And now for my lip liner, I'm just going in with Bare Minerals lip liner, and the color is Rivid. And because I did change my mind on sticking with a matte lip, I'm going to go glossy this time. And so this is a color Nude Palette, and it is by L'Oreal. Alright, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I will list everything down below in the description box. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.